Alright, welcome back. This is a Nissan concept, the 2020 the VGT, one that you can win. Thank God it's free, because this car, all I can say is I'm just giving you a public service announcement here. And maybe a little heads up to Nissan there. We really screwed the pooch on this car as far as I'm concerned. It's a real piece of garbage. It's fast, it looks nice. You know, but it handles like shit. I just have to say it. It's just, you have to steer this thing basically with your fuel. If you want the ass end to come around, you gotta bring the fuel around. It's so damn tight. You cannot change any of your settings on there. You're stuck with it. It's very fast off the line. Don't get me wrong. It's a rocket straight in the line. But listen, most of us drive to work or drive cars in the real world. Man, we're not just going in a straight line. That's okay for the drag strip, but this car was very, very frustrating. And as you can tell, I just got finished doing, I've done a bunch of different vehicles and different tracks, but I gotta tell you, this car is very frustrating. I mean, I would have been very disappointed if I had to pay for it. I mean, you know, virtual credits. This car doesn't like the edges. It doesn't like, you know, it's very heavy. The nose is just, there's really, if you could play with the suspension. But it's really, I mean, I'm running sport soft tires there. Of course, I'm not running any 8s, but this is a car that you really need to run 8s. You need to run like traction control or stabilization or something. Because look, I just barely touched. Like, it's just, I couldn't believe it. You can't do anything with this. There's no rhyme or reason for it. I really can't explain it other than it's just a horrible car to drive. If you're a drifter, maybe if you're a drifter, maybe you'd like this thing. See, look. I was just really fighting this car. I mean, look, you know what? Just to get it to drive like that, I had to fight, man. I was working that car pretty hard. You know, when I listened to the Nissan video about functionality, and we had to design it with functionality and all that, all these great words that they're using to describe this car. There's no function to this car except to go fast in a straight line. I just really think Nissan really missed the boat on this car. I don't know if they were gonna set it that you can only have one default setting for everything. Well, then they should have given us a decent suspension setup. Because if this is how the car needs to behave in real life, oh my mia. As you can tell, like, I'm still worked up about it a bit. It's just kind of ridiculous, I guess, because it's just a game. But I just couldn't believe how horrible this car is to drive. Sound, like, you know, if I was driving that car, it's just got this whine that climbs up and down. Very bouncy. Like, it's just, you're just bouncing around. It's very loose. for a loose car. And really, the way I was turning this car, because it's loose and it's tight. Tight into the turns, you know, and the way I'd be letting off the fuel. If I wanted to go around the turn, I'd let off the fuel and the ascent slips around for me. It's like I got a rear wheel. It's like a whole set of steering wheels in the back. It's that much. I understand that you're, you know, using your fuel kind of sets up the ascent and stuff. I get that concept, but this actually felt like I was steering the car with the accelerator. It was that prominent, and it shouldn't be that much. This car does not like, I mean, the edges at all. Like, it doesn't like the curb monsters come up and just chew this car apart. A little bit of grass, just even on a straight stretch, it really wants to throw it around. You see how I'm really playing with my fuel here, look? See, all through this video, I'm just nothing but playing with the fuel. It's just crazy. I was going to practice a little bit more with it, and then, I mean, even to get to this point, I had to run this car a few times. This is my first quote-unquote clean lap, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a really dirty lap. So, this thing is crazy. Being my first clean lap, I thought, well, you know what I mean, by not DQing, I thought I'll post it, you know, I'm done with this car. And you'll see here, another reason, you just, like, you watch my videos, I'm full into the accelerator, all the way down the hill, and a lot of, look where I stop now, I'm way before the sign, I have to let off the fuel, and look, it's crazy, man. It's just insane. I don't know what Nissan was thinking. It's going to take an experienced driver to drive this thing. That's all I can say. Or you're going to throw on all the aids and everything, but what's the point? What's the point of throwing on all kinds of traction control, stability control, and, you know, anti-skid and all that crap? What's the sense? You don't get the real feel. You're not driving the car then. I'm just gonna try to with slicks. I think I don't like the side profile. I think it looks really, I don't know what they're thinking. They all get that wraparound fender too. You notice on the VGT, they all come around. It's a commonality in the theme of all the cars. It's got a little Ferrari-looking back ass end to it. I don't know what they're thinking. Anyway, thanks for watching. Very horrible car.